The spokesman of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, on Wednesday responded to social media claims alleging that the All Progressives Congress flag bearer, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, forfeited funds linked to drug trafficking in his bank accounts to the United States government, stating that the funds were tax deductions and not drug proceeds. Well, on Tuesday, social media was awash with what appeared to be certified true copies of a settlement order issued by a U.S. court in Illinois regarding forfeiture of funds in some bank accounts linked to Tinubu. Well, according to the court documents, there were probable cause to believe that the funds in the bank accounts were proceeds of narcotics trafficking. Keyamo, while speaking during a live television interview, said that Tinubu was not sued or indicted on any charge. The spokesman of the APC presidential campaign, Bayo Ononuga, has also weighed in on the allegations. He described the documents in circulation as a campaign of calumny, adding that muckrakers are back in business. Well, let's take some tweets. Well, this is from Ayomide, who wrote, Tinubu was an employee treasurer who earned $2,400 monthly, but he had 10 accounts in 3 banks with over $2 million in them. How did he make the money? That's the question that they have not always answered. Well, journalist David Hundeyin wrote, he actually called Festus Keyamo a despicable liar for defending the documents and challenged him to a discussion, stating, in quote, "You cannot lie like this in 2022. I will destroy you in less than 7 minutes if you agree to discuss the story with me on any television station of your choice. This is an open challenge." Well, Emmanuel wrote, "You can never be convicted of drug offense in the United States and settle it with forfeiture. Never. It would have been jail straight for Tinubu if truly he was convicted of narcotics dealing. The United States don't joke with drug offense. Hence, I am convinced that Tinubu was not convicted of a drug offense." Dr. Bati, while I catch my breath, over to you for your comments on this story.
Well, you see, the thing about politics is that if you go into politics, you must be ready to hear the story of how your mother met your father.
You always say that.
And how, you were conceived. In fact, some may even doubt your paternity. Yeah. It's the nature of politics, either in Nigeria or elsewhere. In the case of Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all of these stories are not new. Since he became governor of Lagos State in 1999, all of these stories have been in the public domain. And that's why Mr. Bayo Ononuga said the muckrakers are back in business, because it's an old story. Okay? Keyamo's defense is that if you look at paragraph 38 of the same, document that you put out there, I think that's an affidavit, right?
Yes.
It's an affidavit, which is also something that people should be very careful about. He said if you look at paragraph 38, the document talks about tax, that these are tax deductions, and that the processes are mere, speculations. So what do you expect? The APC is bound to respond. But as a person, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been dealing with all these allegations since 1999. And, it's not been taken to task anywhere, to the best of my knowledge, in this regard. But in political seasons, yes, every mud will be thrown at you from whatever direction, just to discredit your candidate, just to malign you, lower your integrity in the estimation of right-thinking members of society. That's just about that,
Well, Rufai, I kind of agree with my last Twitter user there. I mean, I'm not in the FBI, but I feel like, drug trafficking is a huge offense. And, for you to be charged with that and then forfeit, I believe it was $490,000 of your money, in exchange for jail term is quite unheard of. I don't know if you've heard of anything like that.
The first question we should ask is, was there a forfeiture? Yes. When did it happen? It happened a couple of years ago in America. This issue has been on for some time now. It's political season, everything will come out. But we should also introspect deeper.
Yes.
Because you see, the question here is about character of people that want to lead our country. And it has to be said. And that's why when any candidate has this, they must come to explain beyond reasonable doubt.
That's
somebody asked a question in your tweet that how does somebody that was earning $2,400 a month and all that money? I think there's some explanation that needs to be done with documents. Because yes, these things come out during election season, but people come out with documents to explain. That's why I want the APC, apart from the explanation of, Mr. Keyamo that I felt was quite condescending on the journalist, saying, I want to school you, pick a pen and paper. I think that's wrong. I think people should not do that. It's a critical matter on ground, and when people ask questions, you supply them with answers as much as you can. So apart from that, I think they should also get more people to come explain all of this. Because it's constantly about a character question, and people have asked, even what's the name of the candidate? Who is this candidate? What school did he attend? And the likes. Because all of these issues also came up when he was governor. And you remember how the National Assembly had to settle that this same Festus Keyamo, it was Festus Keyamo v. House of Assembly in Lagos. He was the one that took then the National Assembly, the House of Assembly and Bola Tinubu to court then about another case, the veracity of the university he went to. He was the one. So he's been on the opposing side. Now he's been on this side now, because of politics and interest change. But we should interrogate further, and I think a lot more explanation needs to be made. Yeah, if he says he's not been indicted, let's come up with more explanation. Let's come up with more documents. Let's be able to look at this, and let's also follow the money trail. How can somebody that was earning a certain amount all of a sudden had 10 different accounts that had a lot of money? What was the association with other people mentioned in that case that may be related to this? So we need more documents, we need more explanation, because you see, my fear, debts like this for presidential candidates are critical. You know why? We've had scenarios where other countries in the world, that when they have debts like this on your presidential candidate, they use to hold your country to hostage. Yeah. And we should be careful. You remember how America treated, Nicaragua with Noriega. So we need to investigate, and this should be proven beyond reasonable doubt. So a lot more explanation needs to be done, and we need to see documents as regards it to explain all of this for us.
Well, all right, Rufai.